Kitchen Conversations with Jessica Silas.
Yeah. This is where you wanna be. This is where you wanna be. This is where you wanna be. Friendship, food, and honesty. Friendship, food, and honesty. Friendship, food, and honesty. This is where you wanna be. This is where you wanna be. This is where you wanna be. Come in and join the conversation.
Kitchen Conversations with Jessica Silas.
This is where you wanna be. 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 This is where you wanna be.
Kitchen Conversations with Jessica Silas.
Hey everybody, it's Jessica and we're back. So like I said, we are not in my kitchen, as you can tell. We are at Comfort LA with I'm not gonna call him friend, that would be disrespectful. This is my family. This is Jeremy. He is the Flavor Finnesser here at Comfort LA. And I'm so glad he decided to come into the kitchen with me.
That part. Technically, you in my kitchen.
Oh, right. Excuse me.
If we're being factual.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I appreciate you letting me in your world.
Yes.
I mean, this is beautiful.
I would have it no other way. What you guys see as Kitchen Conversations actually came from a conversation that I had with this guy right here. I'm usually the one doing the wrecking in conversations and pulling out of people, but this time, he wrecked my whole life, guys, but in the best way, because if it wasn't for that conversation, this wouldn't be a thing at all, at all. So what you guys have grown to know and to love as Kitchen Conversations is in large part due to this guy.
It takes action to make things happen, you feel me?
Listen, so because I'm in his kitchen and I'm not in mine, I won't be rude and come into someone else's kitchen trying to cook in it. So he's gonna lead us in our meal today. So you want to tell us what we're having, what we doing?
Yeah, man. So everybody trying to eat a little cleaner. I feel like everybody should, including myself.
Right.
I try to limit my meat.
Trying to be slim.
I'm
trying to be slim and trim.
You feel me? You know what I mean? Body positivity, man. But love yourself either way. But I try to make more clean options. I try to eat meat once a week, so it makes you be creative. So today I got some vegetable curry I'm about to whip up. You understand me?
Ooh, I love a good curry.
That part, but it's not like traditional because it's gonna be black. You feel me? Like mine got collard greens, yams in it. You feel me?
Blackity black.
That part. That part. Yeah. With no further ado, I like to get active.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Let's get into it.
First up, we got a little bit of that coconut oil.
Okay.
Drop that in the pit hot.
Drop down and get the coconut oil on.
After you add the coconut oil, you feel me? You got to get them flavors to start matriculate. You understand me? That part right there. You feel me? So we're gonna start off with a little garlic, let that break down. The sizzle, razzle dazzle. You feel me? I don't do no measurements, nothing like that, man. I just let the spirit of my ancestors tell me when to stop. You feel me? Straight up. Other than that, we're gonna add a little onion at this point. Let that dance a little bit. Feel me? Get the ginger too, so I can get that aromatic, that flavor. Yes, sir. So yeah, like I said, we building these flavors. Got a good old garlic in that pot. Got the onion. Got that good old coconut oil. You understand me? Time for the red peppers. Why not? Give me color. Add a little sweetness to it. Got my ginger going in there already. And probably right about now, like I said, it's curry, but I'm gonna do it the black way. You understand me? I got these good old yams that's been soaking in a little salt water, We're dropping them bad boys in there. Dance a little bit. Yes, sir. Got some good old carrots. Also to add a little sweetness to it. I want to add a little spice to it right now too, man, just so it can get, it's all about balance of flavors. You gotta get your sweet, you gotta get your heat. Feel me? Get the creamy decadence of the coconut milk. You feel me? Oh, a couple, you know what I mean? So yeah, we're gonna let that dance a little bit. Cook that down. I ain't never seen nobody work with their thumb in their first finger flipping pots though. Alright. You understand me? Huh? Yeah. Now we also a little salt too.
Salt, babe.
That part right there. We can get that 120. And slow. Little pepper too, man, because why not, man? You add salt, you gotta have pepper. That's hot. That's it, man. Put that up a little bit. Got a little water like a sweat lift. Like a sweat some. Let's begin to build the flavors. Generally, I would add the collars a little later because I like a little texture to my collars. You feel me? I don't want my collars all soggy. You feel me? So drop it in there now. Drop those in there last. A little more water. Yes. I don't know traditional methods of preparing curry, so somebody watching this and this is not how it's supposed to be done. It don't matter. You can't beat me. You can't beat me. Yes, sir. So we're gonna add a little bit more flavor to it now.
More flavor.
It's that time. More flavor. We gotta get it going. Got a little cumin going in that.
I love cumin.
You know, just a little razzle dazzle, a little too crazy. I like a little more heat too. I don't know how you like your spice.
No, I like heat.
In the bell.
I like heat.
I knew it before I even did it. I don't even know I asked.
Oh yeah, because in Jamaica we be out there all the heat. All the heat.
On everything. Yeah, that's cool. That's looking nice. Looking nice.
Okay.
The last step, bop. Salt.
A little more Salt Bay. Okay.
A little bit of that good old cutty.
All right. So while you're cooking, I'm gonna bother you a little bit.
It's all good. You never bother me, girl.
And so, okay, so I know you come from Ohio. A lot of people may not.
Heights to be exact.
Period.
That part.
And you moved to California. So what was like your driving force? Like, what was it that you knew? Like, I have to get to Ohio. I have to get to California.
It was more so me having to get out of Ohio than anything. You feel me? Like in Ohio, man. Like, no disrespect to where I'm from, because it's what made me, and I love it. You know what I mean? But just the overall mindset is more work, family, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Get this job that I'm gonna hold for 20 years. And
right.
I knew that was never, no shit, I was, excuse me, my French. But that was never like a lifestyle for me personally, you know what I mean? So
right.
When I was 21, I moved out here, you know, I found a school. So I came out for recording engineering and film school basically, but basically post-production to film.
Okay.
So I just came, you feel me? Went to school, it was dope. But after the school, like I dabbled in so many other things, you know what I mean? It got me internships,
right.
like, in fact, a lot of places that I never even thought that I'd be doing, you know what I mean? From being in front of the camera to here opening this restaurant that I'm
right.
doing today.
And we'll dig a little deeper into that a little later. But I think it's just so amazing to hear people's stories about how they like left where they're from, left where their families are, and moved to somewhere else, like, and started new roots there.
Right.
Like, what was one of the determining factors that you were like, no, I have to stay? Because I know like trials, tribulations come up, it gets a little weary, especially
I
coming.
options. I had shit to go back. I had nothing to go. You know what I mean? Like, not for real. You know what I'm gonna do? Go back and sit on the block with the homies, you feel me?
Right.
Doing the same repetitive thing, you know what I mean? Like I said, it's no disrespect, you feel me? Because everybody has a path, but I just knew I wanted to do more, and I always knew I was a leader, you feel me? So lead by example. Only way you can figure it out is if you jump. So
you jump.
10 toes.
You jump.
10 toes down. Add a little bit of the curry now.
Ooh.
Just a little.
A little more razzle dazzle. So it's creamy.
Creamy, yeah. We're gonna add this water though to dilute a little bit.
I mean, he has real kitchen hands, guys. These are kitchen hands. This doesn't happen everywhere. right, so our food is done. It smells amazing. It looks amazing. So let's partake of the goodness.
Why not though?
Because I'm hungry.
Oh, that's right.
Let's see. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is like really good. I'm not playing. It's good, y'all. All the little flavors. There's a little kick in there. I taste the cumin. I taste all the coming together of the flavors.
Thank you.
That's good for me.
You might know what I'm doing.
You might know. You should open a restaurant.
I might. Right? God, send me a sign.
All right. So, I already know your food is legit.
Thank you.
I personally know you're legit. But I think other people need to know a little more about you. I think there's a lot of people who kind of look at you or they follow you on social media or even they come into Comfort LA and they're like, oh, we know Jeremy. Or there's people who are watching this who have no idea who you are. I want you to explain, like, who is Jeremy McBryde? Like, this.
I am art. You feel me?
Ooh.
Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, find artistic expression in every outlet, you know? Hence my primary muse is food. But that's not my limit to the art that I choose to express, you know?
Right.
I'm finding different ways and different outlets to express, like, you know, we come in here and it's always, all right, I'm gonna do this, so this is the box I'm in. I like to break down boxes. You know, I don't feel like there's a box like it.
There's not one. You're a very big personality. I enjoy it. Every time me and Jeremy are around each other, literal like magic happens. There's an idea that's birthed out of the conversation. There's some wisdom that's dropped. There's even like a self-check, like, ooh, I've been operating at my lowest level, like not even my highest level. Like, let me level up and get it together. So I'm always excited to like sit down with you, or even like when I just stop in, like I'm in the area and I'm like, oh, let me just pop in to see what they're doing. Because something beautiful always comes out of it. And I invited you in the kitchen. Well, I was invited into your kitchen. I asked if I could come, okay, y'all? But I wanted this because I wanted people to receive of all that I feel like is really in you, because it's valuable. I place value on it. I even honor it. And I'm grateful that I get to be in such like proximity with you. So with that, your episode, we're talking about the fear of failure and overcoming it. Like, failure is a real like tangible like feeling. Like, it's something you can literally like, you can feel it. You can grab failure. 100%. So, you know, obviously Comfort LA is a thing, and I know the journey behind that. But I know you're beyond Comfort LA, and so I just want you to discuss, like, tell the people, like, how do you manage like overcoming fear, and what like areas in your life does fear like really try to like come up and like overtake you? I
mean, fear is necessary, you know. You got to have dark with the light, you know what I mean? This world isn't perfect, so you need to balance you, but you need to know how to overcome your fear. It's fear. Most of my fear comes when I try things that outside of my box, you know what I mean? Or outside of the box that I'm supposed to be. You feel me? Just because I'm always. It's not that I really care about what people say, but at the same time, like, you do, you know what I mean? Like, you're trying something new. It's like, will people receive it? But then I go inward, because you have to go inward to go out and understand that it doesn't matter, because you're not doing it for them, you know? Right. You're doing it for someone who will receive it, you know? So it's like, it's that, and having those conversations with myself, and, you know, to get through it. I mean, this is my primary source of income is a funny one. It's a pickle one. You know what I mean? The restaurant industry has the most failures out of any business that you'll come across. So just being able to find that balance, you know what I mean, with employees. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
All right. Just trying to be able to find that balance with like the employees, you know what I mean, and also having my own outlets to express my different creative endeavors.
Right.
I don't know. Did that answer your question?
Absolutely, that answered my question, and I can relate, because I remember, like I mentioned before, Kitchen Conversations was birthed out of a conversation that me and you had with each other, literally standing right here. And so And it triggered me that he would even speak something like this into me, because it was just so big and it was so outside of my comfort zones. Like, I'm someone, I love being behind the scenes. I can make some stuff happen behind the scenes, and I don't ever need anybody to know my name, call my name, or anything like that. And so when you're telling me like, no, Jessica, you need people to see your face and you need to say this, and I was like, no, I don't. Like, don't say that to me. But it was literally like my fear manifesting. Absolutely. And like showing itself in kind of like through anger, because I was like, why would he say that? That's not what I want to do at all.
But
and
it ain't about you. It ain't about you. You feel me? At the end of the day, it's not, man. He gave you gifts. You know, you have a certain, to say the least, man.
Shorty got gifts.
You touch people, man. You have a relatability, and like your delivery isn't preachy. You feel me? So a person will absorb it and not feel like, oh, I'm being told what to do or I'm being scolded. Like, you know what I mean? That is a beautiful balance that you have. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it ain't you. Right. It's for everybody else.
It's not about me, y'all.
See?
Case in point, it's just not about me. It doesn't matter. Okay, so like I said, I know your journey to Comfort LA. I think it's amazing because it truly shows like how you just have to stay ready. How did this come about? Like, what was your life before Comfort LA, and how did you move into Comfort LA?
Yeah, that's crazy. My whole LA experience. So I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland Heights, Ohio, to be exact. I moved out here about 11 years ago. And like I said, I originally came out here for recording engineering and film school. I was gonna do post-production for film. That's what I wanted to do. So, long story short, by the time I left school, I didn't want to do that shit anymore. Excuse my French.
It's a fluent language.
It is. So it was just really a matter of me finding what my creative outlet was, because at the end of the day, I could work in an office and stay in Cleveland. You know what I mean? If that's what I want to do. So I'm out here. I got to make it happen. A lot of things, I'm not gonna say fell in my lap, but they kind of did. And it's, like you said, it's a matter of being ready and staying ready. You feel me?
It's a Chance the Rapper song. It's like blessings keep falling in my lap. Like
that part.
It's happening.
That's pretty much what it was for me. Even finding employment out here, because getting employment out here, like I didn't go to I started college, but I played football. Once football was over, I was done with the college.
You're like, well, that's
so
that.
Pretty much.
We're done here.
Yep. That's all I got. So like finding a job, and just even how I found a job, like, you know what I mean? Shout out to the big homie Steve, man. Started bouncing, and like bouncing puts you in different rooms and around different people, and you know what I mean, everybody wants to know the doorman. Everybody wants to be cool with the person, you know what I mean, who can allow them to get in these places. So through that, I just started different relationships, you know what I mean. I met the homie Will Catlett. I mean, shout out to the homie Will. And bro was like, bruh, he was acting at this time doing commercial stuff. He was like, bro, you should be in front of the camera. Like, yo, okay, I hear you. I hear you, bro. Okay. He said, no, for real, man. He said, I'm gonna set you over my agent. Long story short, he did. He said, I took like some headshots. The homie went and took some random headshots real quick. Went to the agent picked me up, and it was like, shit. He would send me out, and I booked my first national commercial, and like the first time like going out on the audition. You feel me? So it was like, all right, I might be able to do something.
This could be a thing.
This could definitely be a thing. So long story short, after that I booked a couple more commercials, but I knew like commercial acting, it was just like to get my feet wet, you know what I mean, with the situation. So I was lucky enough to fall into meeting one of the most talented creatives I've ever met, Janine Daniels. And she created a show called That Guy. And she basically thought I'd be perfect to play the role. Another one of those situations where I was like, you sure? And then once she said it was me, I was like, all right, I got it, you know. But long story short, I came in and I auditioned for that. And even during the audition, it was terrible, because I'm not, you can't have me on, I can't read words off of paper. If you want me to be myself and bring whatever character you have, make them me, right, then I can do that. But I'm not
a script reader.
Nah,
yeah.
That's not gonna work. Definitely won't work. So long story short, yeah, it happened. That guy kind of took off on the what's that shit? YouTube. And yeah, man, it's built like a cult-like following, you know what I mean, behind the camera. So me going through all these experiences, I understood that I wanted to be in front of the camera, but I wasn't like, it wasn't, I know it wasn't acting, but right, I know I had to be a presence in front of it. So
because you're a big personality.
No, respect. I appreciate that, man. You know, big things come in big packages. No, but yeah, man, just just doing the acting thing, man, not creating. And it's crazy. I fell into a situation where I know I had to transition out of this. So I knew I liked to cook, you know, but it never really seemed like a real possibility, like in my life coming from Cleveland, it just didn't. But I knew I wanted to do it. So I put together a little concept for a food truck. He said, just being ready.
Right.
And my neighbor across the street from a spot that I used to bounce, he was throwing like a mixer for like all black businessmen downtown or whatever. So I like, bet. I'll pull up and I'll even cater it for free, you know what I mean? Because I might find a plug. And lo and behold, I found a plug. I went in there, catered the joint, you know what I mean? Was able to meet my business partner, market strategist Walker.
He's amazing.
So cool ass. My bad, I keep cussing, man. I'm sorry. I'll cut it out. Or hit the little beeps on it. That's cool too.
And Mark's a beep. I just did Mark. You're not an idiot. I love you.
Yeah, long story short, I've been my partner. He had access to a kitchen space, you know what I mean, from a guy that he knew downtown, from him being downtown so much. But like he didn't have a concept or anything, so came with him with the concept. He had the space. Literally 3 weeks later, we were able to open our first pop-up, which is Comfort LA, you feel me? And it just blew up, you know what I mean? 10 months after that, we were able to open our first full-time location down the street from where we opened the pop-up. 6 months after that, we were able to do our first food truck, and now, let's say about 3 years after that, we were able to open this beautiful establishment we're in right now, and that's Comfort LA.
Inglewood.
Yeah, man, just like you said, man, just being ready, man, just taking advantage of the opportunities that present, you know, not being scared. You know, I mean, scared money don't make money,
right?
You know, and you got to jump. You know, at the end of the day, you have to jump.
Have to. I just think like, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, guys. Like, this is a prime example of that. It even challenges me a lot, like in my personal business and stuff. Cause I'm like, if someone was to come up to me today and say, I just want a concept, or I just want this, or I just want that, I don't, like, do I know that I have that written out and ready to go so immediately? And people lose so many opportunities by just not being ready, but all of that is rooted in fear. Like, fear will literally paralyze you and cause you to sit still on things that you know, like, God is breathing on, that are like in alignment with like just who you are. Like, I know all of this is just in alignment with who I am because I've never felt more comfortable doing anything in my life. And as much as I was mad at y'all for saying it, like, it feels so real, it feels so natural. And so I'm just grateful that I have people around that like see me, like not just like, oh yeah, Jessica, she's cool. Like, no, y'all saw me, like, in even the parts of me that I don't always see myself. So I'm just grateful for it. So if there was one thing from your life that you hope that people can take away from it, what would it be?
Man, I guess it might be two things.
Okay.
One, like I said, scared money don't make money, man. You gotta jump, you know? Like, you have to. Whatever it is. Babe, I'm doing a show. I'll call you right back. No, but real talk though, man. You have to be willing to jump. You know what I mean? And be ready to seize whatever opportunity it is, because they don't come that often. You know what I mean? You always think it'll be another time, it'll be the next time. Nah, man. You gotta get it, man, for sure. And the second one will probably be, you can't have light without the dark. You feel me? Embrace the down, because you'll appreciate it so much more when it's uptime.
I love it.
But
embrace the down. People hate their down season.
They do, man.
They're embarrassed by them.
Everybody has them. You're not alone in it. You feel me? Like, it's how you grow from those times. You know what I mean? Embrace it. Try to understand, why is this happening to me, instead of what is this trying to teach me, instead of why is this happening to me.
Right.
You feel me?
I used to always say, why not me?
That
like
part.
people be like, why me? Why me? Why not me? Like,
Straight up.
why not? Okay, so we do a little thing here in Kitchen Conversations where you guys get to get in my business. I spend a lot of time in y'all business throughout the whole show. And so you guys get the opportunity to ask Jess. So what's one question that you want to ask me?
All right. What is next for Jess? You feel me? Now that you unlocked Pandora's box, you know, you took that step out, feel me? Face them fears. You know, you can't go back now.
No.
You know what I mean? It's only forward. So what's next for you? What do you see?
Wow. Okay. That's a big question.
Yes, it is.
It's a big question. So for me, I won't say that I went into this experience like with no expectation, because I I keep high expectations of things, but I'm open. I think I'm probably more open right now in my life to whatever it is that God desires to do than I've ever been before. I'm kind of a control freak. Like, I like to keep my hands on stuff. Like, people say, Jesus, take the wheel. I'm like, no, Jesus, I got you. You rest, I'll drive, Lord. And that's not always a good thing. And so, like, even with this, I'm not always like excited to do really big new stuff because it's scary, and I just like stuff to be in order. I've been through a lot. I've lost a lot from taking big like leaps, and so a part of it kind of like bruised me to where I was like, okay, that burned a lot because I did it, and so let me pull back a little because I don't want to experience that again. But I'm kind of in a place right now like, God, you got me. Like, I know I hear you. I know that you're with me. And I know that even if I get burned again, I'll be okay because I've lived through it before. And so as it pertains to what's next, it's literally like, God, whatever it is that you want to do, that's what I want to do. So even if it's beyond what we're doing right now and this goes off to do like great things, like, yeah, like whatever it is that God wants to do from that point, I'm open to it. I don't want to run away from anything anymore. I've run away from so many things because I couldn't like logically think about like, how does this work together? How does this work together? And right now I'm just like, all right, Jesus, let's do it. Like, you tell me what we're doing and I'll do the work.
That part.
So.
Because it ain't up to you.
No, it's really not. It has less to do with me than I really thought. Like, I'm just the vessel. And because of my yes, because of my constant and consistent yes to God, He'll continuously put me in the right places at the right time in front of the right people and open the right doors and close the wrong doors. And He'll do all of that on my behalf as long as I consistently say yes and just show up. So that's that. I hope I answered that one. I hope I answered that question right. So this was so good. This was such a good experience for me. I always get so much from you. Thank you for allowing Kitchen Conversations to come to Comfort LA. You guys, make sure you come and visit Comfort LA in Inglewood. That's where you'll definitely see him. But there's also a location in downtown LA. Come visit them. It's a Black-owned business. Come show your love. Come show your support. The food is amazing. The people are amazing. I always tell him, yes, we got customers here. I always tell him that this is a place for people to just gather and be okay with being their best and authentic self. Like, you can be vulnerable here. You can be open here. You can cry. You can laugh. You can play games. Like, it's family here, y'all. So make sure you come visit Comfort LA. And so this is Jessica signing off for season 1 of Kitchen Conversations. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being a part of my journey. This is big for me, y'all. Like, this is big, and I don't take it for granted. Not one moment that you guys gave me your time, you gave me your ears, you subscribed, you listened, and all that other good stuff. So thank you. It's been real. And come back for season 2. Bye.